Hi, son. It's your dad. And as you know, it's my job to love you and to teach you and to help you to grow to be a strong, good, loving, successful, and happy man. And I intend to do that in every way I can. I've been trying. I'm not perfect, but it is the mission of my life. And as part of that, in case anything happens to me or someday later, if we move far apart from each other, there's a few things I just wanted to record for you so that you'd have them to look back on and to think about and to know that these were important to me. And the very first one is the idea that it's not about you. This might be hard to say to your face, maybe when you're a teenager, and that tends to be one of the most selfish periods of our lives. But maybe if I record it here and now and let you know that this isn't just a standard I hold you to, but this is something that I consider important for myself as well. Like I said, one of the main missions of my life is to help you, to raise you, and to teach you, and provide for you, and protect you. And that sort of selfless mission was not always my mission. Before you were born, I lived for myself. Before I met your mom, I lived for myself. And as a missionary for our church, I did learn a little bit of selflessness and some love that didn't come naturally to me before that. But I just want to pass that on to you. Maybe you don't have to take so long to learn it as I did. It's not about you. It's not about me. Um, I'll give you some examples. So the first one is from the New Testament. It's from the Bible. In 1 Corinthians 13, verses 4 and 5, it says, "Charity suffereth long, and is kind. Charity envieth not. Charity vaunteth not itself, is not puffed up, doth not behave itself unseemly, seeketh not her own, is not easily provoked, thinketh no evil." Charity is the love of Christ. So if you are to grow up to be a loving man, this would be the perfect sort of definition of what that should mean. And the part that is applicable here is the part that says, seeketh not her own. So what that means is if you're living a loving life, it means you're not after your own stuff. You're not primarily focused on yourself and your wants and needs. It means that maybe you're seeking for the wants and needs of the people around you. And I think throughout history, if you think of great men, hopefully the ones that you think of will be those who took care of others and put their needs first and were willing to work and sacrifice in order to make that happen. And that's the mark of a good father. The next thing is, growing up, especially as a teenager, often the focus, what you'll hear people talk about a lot is, oh, he's trying to find himself, or you may feel that you're trying to figure out who you are and what you're about. And I can tell you that looking back and from experience, there is value in knowing who you are and what is important to you. It's hard to stand for principles that you haven't committed to, and it's hard to commit to principles you haven't identified as important. But there's a lot of experimentation, there's a lot of mistakes, and there's a lot of time wasted by people spent trying to find themselves. Jesus taught that if you lose your life for his sake, that you'll find it, that you'll find your life. And that applies when we're talking about religion, but also just in general, in every way. If you spend your time with other people and supporting them and serving them and working to build things, providing value essentially to the community and the people in your life, you'll find your life. You'll find your place in it. If you sit in your bedroom and play video games and you just think about yourself and your needs and wants, or you look at pornography because you want what you want and you're fulfilling your needs, or if you join a group of friends, you find some friends that maybe have values that are different than those with which you're raised, you might find something out about yourself in that experience. But it's a much, the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And going off on all kinds of tangents and distractions. It only makes things go slower, take longer, and has the potential of creating permanent consequences that you can't undo. So it's really important to if you ever find yourself wondering, what am I about and who am I? Get out of your house and go find some people. Talk to them, get to know them, serve them, work, build something, create something. And in the process of doing that, you will discover about yourself the things that are the most important, and you'll meet the people that will become lifelong friends and people who you have a relationship with and find a place with. The next thing is when you become a parent, you will learn, when you're a father, you'll learn that at first it's not this way. When you just have a little baby, your primary focus is still on work, trying to provide, and helping your wife, who may not be getting a lot of sleep, who may be pregnant or in pain after having given birth and things like that. And so there's a lot you have to do to help her. But you still have plenty of time at that point for sort of selfishness. And as you have more children and time goes on, you'll discover that that time goes away. More and more of your time is spent taking kids to soccer games or reading with them every night, reading scriptures together as a family, going to the museum, going to the park and playing ball, all these kinds of things. And it's great. There's absolutely nothing wrong with or anything to regret about that process of change. My point is that if you can get started early in your childhood or in your teenage years or while you're single, becoming the kind of person who puts others first, the kind of person who thinks about what other people need and tries to figure out ways to provide that, that is preparation for fatherhood, and it's something you should begin now. Don't spend all your time entertaining yourself or even working on your hobbies. It's good to have some hobbies, but don't spend all your time just on you. Develop your skills, but also use those skills to help other people or to spend time with other people or to teach other people. And that will be great preparation for you to be a father someday. Another thing is that you'll find this applies in many different facets of life. For example, when I learned public speaking back in college, one of the first things that you learn, and if you read books like How to Win Friends and Influence People, there's this constant theme of focusing on who your audience is and what they care about. The assumption that everyone cares about you and what you think and what you do, and that's at the forefront of all of their thoughts, it's not true, and it causes you to focus too much on yourself and what you should say next in a conversation, or how the thing that's being said to you reflects on you. If instead you focus on the person you're talking to and how things are making them feel and what their needs are and why they're saying what they're saying to you, it'll open up a whole new world of understanding. The words that you need in order to complete the conversation will come naturally. Everything just works. And the reason for that is because that's the right way to do it. It's the right way to be. And it's not just in conversations. It's just in general. Focus on the people around you, not what they think about you and how it reflects on you being good or bad or cool or a dork or whatever. Focus on them and how they feel and what their needs are and how you can fulfill them. And listen to what they have to say and just really be there for others. And then everything kind of falls into place. And it's that way at work. It's that way at church. It's that way in your family. It's that way when you're teaching in all aspects of life. Focus on others. If you can follow this advice, like if you can take this to heart and move forward in life with this attitude of selflessness and thinking of others and not seeking your own, as the Bible says, you're just going to have an easier time. You'll develop character more quickly. You'll find yourself being more mature. Your interactions with others will go more smoothly. You'll make friends more easily. And that's what I want for you. I want you to have a great life. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to have lots of friends and have people who are dear to you and to whom you are dear, and to have meaning in your life. And a lot of meaning in life comes through hard work, sacrifice, and service. And so keep that in mind. I got a few more things I want to talk to you about, so I'll keep working on this, and hopefully someday it'll come in handy. I love you. Can't wait to spend more time with you, and see you grow up into a good, strong, successful, capable, happy man. All right. Take care.